That's when you call out my name. Francisco, the muchacho, rushes in.
Anyhow, our women can take themselves now.
Are you sure?
Yes, especially if there's an education. For instance, our NENA is in her senior year. Education at the University of Santo Tomas. She's even taking some courses in home economics. No, home economics.
I suppose that makes her immune from any moral faults.
Moral falls? Francisco! Ay! Kwek sakurada? Natunto? No! What I mean is better educated and more enlightened to make care of themselves.
This PETRA naman. You don't see the point. Education, even a university education. With all the letters of the alphabet, after graduate's name, AB, BSE, LLB, PhD, is not moral education. Training the mind is not training the heart.
But if the mind is trained, why? The heart will be ruled by the mind. Mind!
No, Petra. If a person is intellectual, it doesn't ipso factor make him moral.
Ipso facto! That's very deep for me naman. Francisco.
Ah, very deep. Our daughter Nina will fall in deep water if you don't watch out.
Ay! You're so apprehensive! Francisco! My God! Did you call me senora? Not you!
Yes, señorito. I'm married to the señora. Therefore, I'm not the señorito anymore, but the senior. Understand?
Opo, senyorito.
I'm going to change your name from now on. You'll be called Francis.
Francis po?
Yes, Francis. Understand?
Why not Paquito? Or Paco? Or not Francisquito?
Because I don't want it. Get out!
Father, I couldn't get a taxi.
Your mother told you to get a jeepney.
But I'm visiting my girlfriend.
Visiting girls at this time? Oh, it's nearly lunchtime.
She called me up. She said, I must see her right away. It's very important, Father.
Roberting, you went to party last night?
Yes, Father, with Leah.
You went to party at Chaperon?
Does Roberto need a chaperon? Huh?
I'm not talking about Roberting. I'm talking about the girl he took out.
Whatever. Well, if you're going to lose my temper, I'm gonna be there in kitchen.
Yes, Father.
Yes, what?
I took Leah to the party.
You young modern people, do you really that in mind that time when I was courting your mother? Her father, her mother, her 3 sisters, her young brother, her grandmother, 5 first cousins, and 2 distant relatives sat in the sala with us.
But why so many, Father?
Because in those days, we were careful about a woman's reputation.
But in those days,
Don't tell me those days were different. Outward things changed like these styles of women's, dresses and men's styles, but the human heart remains the same.
But in other countries, Father.
There you go. In other countries, the Philippines is different, my son. Our climate, our tradition, our innate psychology, all this make our people different from foreigners.
But my girlfriend has studied abroad. Columbia University pa. Filipino girls who have studied in other countries acquire the outward customs and mannerisms of people with traditions and temperament different from ours. But a Filipino girl can easily change her temperament. It is inborn.
Somebody's at the door. Francis! Francis! Francis!
Who's Francis?
The servant. I gave him a new name.
Yes, senyorito.
What do you want?
What do I want? Haven't you got any manners?
I said, whom do you want? We.
Why do you speak dearly?
What shall I write in? To the owner of the house.
Who's the owner of this house?
Senora, of course.
Why? Is she a widow?
Not yet.
Tell her, Senora, I want to see her.
Which senora?
How many senioras do you have in this home?
We have two. Senora Petra and Senorita Nena.
Gago! Call Senora Petra then.
Opo.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Then,
I saw that sign in the window.
yes.
Women sometimes tells the sweetest lies.
Do you mind if?
Of course, I don't mind. Go ahead and ask any question.
Do you ask if I ask you what you can do?
I'm applying.
Applying for what?
I'm applying for a job.
What job?
That.
You mean you want to be a mayordomo?
That's it.
Oh, tell me what you can do. Well, for me, I mistook you for a hacendero or a movie actor.
That's right. I don't look like a muchacho or mayordomo. My mother wanted me to marry one of the president's daughter.
President's daughters? You mean the president of the Philippines?
Yes. Is there anything wrong with that?
You mean you want to be a mayordomo?
That's it.
Oh,
I can watch the house and the children.
what else? Tell me about yourself. What's your name?
I was baptized Marcelino, but my mother calls me Pablo because I remind her of her brother who spent 2 years in jail. But my friends, that is my inmate's friend, call me Paul.
I'll pay you 80 pesos, including the board and lodging.
I take the job.
Good. Start the washing the dishes now.
The dishes? But it's time for lunch. Haven't the dishes for use for breakfast been washed yet?
No, because a servant Francisco always breaks the plates. So I told him this morning after breakfast not to wash them yet.
I wish I had come after the dishes has been washed.
Alright, ask Francisco for instruction.
Good morning. Have you been waiting along?
No, I just talked to the senora.
Why don't you sit down?
I will.
Did you come on business?
Business? Oh, business of a sort.
That's good.
That's a nice jogging robe you're wearing.
You like it?
I certainly am. Going by one.
Thank you. Imitation, they say, is the best form of flattery.
Of course, mine will be more expensive.
Undoubtedly, you must be a man of means.
Of means? Well, sort of him. I wonder what delaying Francisco.
Francisco? I am Francisco.
You are Francisco?
Yes.
Well, if you're Francisco, the senora told me to ask you for the instruction.
Instructions? What instructions?
I suppose she meant the instruction for washing the dishes and fill that sort of things.
Dishes? All that sort of thing? What do you mean?
Aren't you the servant here?
Servant? I am the owner of this house.
Oh, the owner? Excuse me, I suppose this is the way to the kitchen.
Right.